When the world needed it, Sony Marvel delivered. Only a week after the release of the groundbreaking blockbuster The Marvels, highlighting the true cinematic prowess of female superheroes on screen, the world was begging for more of the same, more of the female dynamics that fans have been raving over for so many years now, more of the female empowerment that audiences so desperately crave. And well, fortunately for us, that's exactly what we're getting. The first trailer for Madam Web is here, and it's got myself and many others almost clutching their seats in excitement, desperate to pay our hard-earned money to spend 2 hours of our time consuming what is clearly going to be a modern masterpiece of cinema, a real undeniable box office hit, and what will surely convince the toxic male audience that strong female characters do have a place on the big screen, and it's about time they shut their mouths and accepted that female-led superhero movies are the real fucking deal. Alright, but in all seriousness, this movie looks fucking trash. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that purely because the movie is a project within the Marvel Sony universe, during an age where female superheroes are made incredibly dislikable and overpowered, where every single attempt to put a female hero at the forefront in the last 5 years has been fucking failed miserably, and with the fact that it's coming from the same studio who just last year released an absolute travesty of cinema, that I'm certain that this movie is going to be a disaster. But I mean, if I had to take a wild guess, I'd put some decent money on this movie, doing nothing more than just giving the feminist superhero fans a quick but forgettable orgasm, and leaving the rest of us in a post-cinematic depression. And from what I've heard, the character of Madam Web has never actually been depicted as a young woman in the comics, so it seems like this movie is going to be another depiction of characters that don't actually exist, but were made with the same power set and given the same name of another character who was actually better, and probably a lot more interesting, you know, so that they could shape this movie in the exact way that they wanted to fit the message that they were going for. Yeah? I wonder where we've seen that before. As for the actual plot of this thing, it seems that Madam Web can like see into the future and can basically change the events that are meant to occur before they even happen, or something like that at least. You know, I'm honestly a bit sick and tired of this whole multiversal time travel plot elements thing, and I wish that Marvel and Sony would just go back to the days of simple, grounded stories without trying to have a new Easter egg every fucking 2 minutes in a desperate attempt to hide the fact that what they've produced is a complete and utter fucking pile of shit. But you know, maybe that's just me. There's also a new Spider-Man type guy called Ezekiel Sims, basically wearing a knockoff Spider-Man costume, and who has similar powers to Spider-Man, but now he's evil. You know, in all fairness, I actually think the suit looks pretty cool, but we just can't go on without ignoring the elephant in the room from this trailer, which is the fact that basically half of it is just taken up by the 4 main leads, all stood in a circle, giving just absolute minimal fucking effort to convey their words in a humorous and like engaging way, and who are clearly just here for the paycheck, and who probably don't give two shits about what this movie's about in the fucking slightest. But hey, I think that I speak for most people when I say that, well, yeah, I can understand, because I don't think anyone, including myself, really cares about this movie. I don't know what universe this takes place in, I don't know if this movie is going to have any impact going forward, and I just don't really give a shit either way.
But why would you make this video then?
Because this is what my channel is for. And also, I just want to further emphasize what superhero movies have become. Projects that are made by creatives for themselves instead of the fans. Movies that are made with a clear ignorance towards the majority of the audience who never liked, cared, or wanted these movies with these characters in the first place. And again, it's not made any better by the fact that this trailer is coming off the release of another tragically fallen female-led movie, also led by characters that no one gives a shit about, in a universe that people no longer care about, made by creatives who are as careless towards the fans as they are towards the effort that they actually put into what they create. And just taking all things into consideration, I would not be in the least bit fucking surprised if this movie goes on to be a massive fucking bomb. And honestly, I hope it does, because I'm getting tired of the boring, lazy, and cheap superhero flicks made to be a self-insert of the writers and creatives instead of a story that's actually worth telling. I'm tired of this whole multiverse and time travel and world-building bullshit, where you're allowed to make shit movies because they're part of a larger vision, instead of just making a film the best it can be in and of itself. But hey, maybe this movie will blow my expectations out of the water, and in 3 months' time, I'll have my head down in shame, wondering how I could have got it so damn wrong. But for now, I'm pretty secure in how I feel towards this movie, and unless they pull an MCU and decide to reshoot like the entire fucking movie, this feeling is not going to change anytime soon. But hey, that's just me. What did you think of the Madam Web trailer? Whatever the answer may be, comment below, and in the meantime, you know, like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Won't force you though, of course. And for now, I will just see you in the next one very, very soon. Bye.